Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those
trophies. Jay-Z ain't letting this slide. He's coming hard, and 50 Cent might have just messed with the wrong power player. The rap kingpin is furious after 50 fired off some wild accusations about his marriage to Beyonce. And this isn't just some typical rap beef. This one cuts deep. We're talking alleged secret contracts, manipulation rumors, and footage fans can't unsee. Is Beyonce really just a pawn in Jay's game? Could 50 actually be telling the truth for once instead of just stirring drama? Things are spiraling fast, and it looks like Jay-Z's ready to silence the noise permanently. Now let's be real. Jay's not new to beef, but 50 definitely poked the bear too hard this time.
Oh wow, so that's the deal.
Yeah, that's the deal. Like, the other ones didn't count as much as that one did. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
This guy. Oh, wow. You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
No, he has like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
Hold on.
He's been jabbing at Jay for years, but now he crossed a line. On the Flagrant podcast with comedian Andrew Schultz, 50 didn't hold back. He said Jay's success is all thanks to Beyonce, straight up. They laughed it off, yeah, but 50 kept firing shots. He claimed Jay-Z only became a respected business mogul because he married Queen Bey, saying the marriage let Jay clean up his street image and rebrand as a family man.
Success is derived from the marriage.
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Right? You were connected to the biggest.
Jay got it for the music. Jay got it for the music.
You didn't see.
He deserved those.
Those scenarios like this, like.
And boom, career upgrade unlocked. But if you thought that was wild, buckle up. 50 went even darker. He pointed fans to a video of Bey and Jay sitting courtside, and Beyonce looked completely out of it. Eyes lost, energy gone. Like her body was there, but her mind, nowhere close. At first you might think she's just tired, but 50 claims she was given something before that game.
Beyonce and Jay-Z were at the Nets game, and y'all tell me what you think.
The determination that is used to make Brooklyn a better place.
Y'all didn't hear the beat?
I heard the beat, but then the beat went away, and she continued to rock and sway.
Sometimes when you're a musician, if she been in the studio or whatever, the beat is still in her head, and you know she can hear the song, you know, and
it's something so intriguing about that couple. Like, even though, you know, like, it makes it more interesting because you don't know what they were talking about. Like, are they having an argument?
Can we reenact it and let's see what they were talking about?
Now, I told you I wasn't about to get any popcorn now. I'm just tired. I'm flawless, and I'm tired. Jay-Z?
But what about some juju beads? I like juju beads. They're tasty.
I mean, yeah, I know. But it ain't about that right now.
Whoppers. Well, if you don't do it, I'm going to put you where Solange's at. You can't even see her.
Oh, really? It's like that now? Okay, so let me call her.
Don't do that.
And when you watch how she's moving, it doesn't scream exhaustion, it screams control. Then came the clip from the Grammy. Jay-Z is seen pushing a drink on Bey. She turns it down, and just like that, his face drops. No smile, no charm, just this cold, sharp frown. Fans were creeped out. Why was that drink so important to him? Why the pressure? That one moment had people saying their marriage doesn't feel like love. It feels like control, like Jay's calling the shots, and Bey's just following orders. Real talk. It's giving master and puppet, not husband and wife, and here's where things get even more disturbing. According to longtime industry whispers, Beyonce was being groomed and handed off behind the scenes before she became a global icon. Sounds crazy? Check this. In an old interview, Bun B from UGK recalled Destiny's Child recording in the same studio. Pimp C thought about dropping in to meet them and said Beyonce was totally starstruck. But that innocent moment had a dark twist. Insiders say Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's own father, had ulterior motives. He reportedly encouraged Pimp C to get with Beyonce, not for love, but for exposure, because it would boost her career and his.
So there's a lot of our guys in there. There's a ton of Rap-A-Lot guys in the building. Yeah. And Destiny's Child is recording in another room in the studio.
Okay.
And so Pimp goes in, they're like, Destiny Child over. He's like, oh, I want to meet them. They tight. He goes in and he introduces himself. And I guess Beyonce was kind of taken aback that she was meeting Pimp C. Again, This was before Destiny's Child was a worldwide phenomenon. And so he comes back in the studio and we're recording and hanging out. And Matthew Knowles comes in and he asks, Pimp, can I talk to you for a minute? And so they leave out for a couple of minutes and Pimp comes in and he's dying laughing. And we're like, what's wrong? He's like, yo, Matthew Knowles just told me don't f his daughter, man, please.
That's got fans saying what nobody wants to say out loud. Beyonce's rise wasn't just talent and timing. It was planned, packaged, sold. And while Pimp C declined, we all know who didn't. Jay-Z. And according to artist Jaguar Wright, Beyonce was trained early to play a specific role, one that made her desirable, marketable, and more importantly, controllable. You might think Jaguar's reaching.
She was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls.
But ask yourself, why would someone as smart, wealthy, and successful as Beyonce marry a man with a violent criminal record? Because let's not forget, Jay-Z stabbed music producer Lance Rivera back in the day. The incident went down in 1999, and by 2000, Jay was hit with third-degree assault charges and given 3 years probation. Beyonce said she started dating Jay when she was around 20, which would be 2001 or 2002. Right in the middle of his probation. And yet, she married him, had 3 kids, built a billion-dollar brand together. Would you commit to someone with that kind of history? Fans say Bey's too smart for that, which leads to one theory. Her dad and Jay-Z struck a deal. But even business marriages crack under pressure. And when a woman's locked into a setup she didn't choose, sooner or later she pushes back. That's when control becomes crucial. And some fans believe Jay kept her in check using substances. Sounds like a stretch? Well, Diddy was accused of doing the same thing to Cassie. So when it comes to Beyonce, it doesn't sound far-fetched. It sounds familiar. And those anonymous blind items, they back it up. One mentioned a world-famous superstar with it all. Beauty, talent, money, family, who relied on a Class A substance daily just to keep up. Not weed, not casual use. We're talking serious stuff. Enough to ruin a person's nervous system. And considering Jay and Beyonce's family history with drugs, it checks out. Jay's admitted to hustling. Faison Love even called him out for glamorizing it. And in an interview with Oprah, Jay walked her through the Marcy Project saying, here, it was life or death. He didn't learn business from college. He learned survival from the block. So if anyone knows how to control someone through substances, it's him.
Everybody loves, I love. This is nothing compared to what you've done. And not only me, but everybody here. You taught me so many things. I was 20 years old when we first started dating. You taught me how to be a woman.
And when you look at their body language, something's not right. In one photo, Jay has Beyonce by the hand, but not lovingly. According to body language expert Blanca Cobb, he's holding her back. She's smiling, yeah, but she ain't leaning in. She's just going along with it. Another photo shows Jay literally gripping her by the neck, not her back, not her waist, her neck. Cobb says it's awkward and very possessive. She even points out that Bey rarely returns physical affection. Jay's the one initiating and Bey just accepts it. It's subtle, but powerful. Control doesn't always look like yelling. Sometimes it looks like silence, and fans are seeing more and more signs. Beyonce's energy around Jay feels off, like she's just playing a part. And that theory exploded when her former bodyguard stepped forward. This guy? He was there. He saw the real Jay and Bey, off camera, behind closed doors. And he didn't just drop hints, he confirmed it. He said their marriage was a contractual business deal and that Beyonce was using substances. And then he vanished. 1 minute he was online, posting shocking claims. The next, gone. No updates, no trace.
Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs.
She been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way. Y'all wish it what you wish it to stay on top.
Fans believe either something happened to him or he went into hiding with a target on his back. And here's the creepiest part. If someone wanted him silenced, it would only be because he was telling the truth.
How did Uncle Ron die? I have some answers. Now, this is where it gets a little crazy. He died last month. He was only 59 years old, very young. Some people are whirling around that he died of that same pneumonia that Kim Porter had. Sounds a little bit shady. Sounds like maybe the diddler had him taken care of, because here's something real crazy. I had myself and my people reach out to his family because his TikTok page is still active, and people in the comments are asking, what happened to Uncle Ron? What happened? What is the family doing? Deleting all of the comments. If you go over to Uncle Ron's TikTok page, try this, Patriots. I did it. Say, what happened to Ron? How did he expire? They delete your question. Why? Because they want to keep their family members safe.
Then there's the producer's story. He was in the studio with Beyonce when she accidentally overdosed on 5-hour energy shots. She was trying to stay up over 40 hours to record 6 tracks. She wasn't eating, wasn't sleeping. She just kept grinding. That's not normal. That's not driven. That's dangerous. She ended up so sick that she missed a whole vacation.
It was early Saturday morning. The sun was starting to rise. It was probably 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, maybe Saturday morning. We're exhausted. I've been in the studio at that point for about 18 hours, long day, starting to feel tired.
And yet, people still praised her. They called her work ethic unmatched. But now fans are saying that wasn't ambition. That was self-destruction. Years of pushing herself, years of chasing perfection, or maybe years of being pushed.
I sent the assistant to go run and grab 3 5-hour energies. I think I had one, B had one, and I think her assistant her cousin Angie had one. So we all have a 5-hour energy. It gives us a little bit of a boost. We feel a little bit better about ourselves. If any of you have had one of those energy shots, it really does give you a nice jolt of energy. And so at some point, maybe half an hour later, we start recording a 4th song. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we're really going to keep going here. We get a 4th song done. Now I'm guessing it's about noon, maybe 1 o'clock. So we've been at the studio for close to 24 hours now. And I thought, okay, now for sure she's going to go home. She doesn't go home. So we start recording a 5th song.
At some point, it's not about choice anymore. It's about conditioning. And if Beyonce really has been dosed for years, her nervous system might not even know how to function without it.
When you book a studio, you book like in blocks, right? And she might book 24-hour blocks. So once you pass that 24 hours, like you might as well stay. You're into the next day already, right? And so now I realize, all right, we're going to be here all night. We're going to be here for probably close to 40 hours. About 5 days later, I get a call from Beyonce's assistant saying, hey, are you available? Are you ready to get back in the studio tomorrow? And I said, what do you mean? B's in Italy, isn't she? She's not due to be back for another 10 days or so. And she's like, yeah, no, she's coming back early. She's ready to get back in the studio. And I thought, wow, we've been working so hard. You've only been gone for 5 days and you're ready to get back. That is insane to me. That's dedication.
At the end of the day, there's too many red flags. And 50 Cent, he's not just trolling. He's asking the questions no one else dares to. Is Beyonce being controlled? Was she sold into a business empire from the start? And is Jay-Z really gonna go after 50 next? Because let's not forget, Jay's got a track record of making people disappear when they speak out. And if 50's next, that only proves he hit a nerve. But now it's your turn. What do you think? Is Beyonce stuck in something darker than we all realized? Or is 50 just stirring the pot again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and hit that bell so you don't miss what we uncover next. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.